All right, let's continue. Part 2 of Game 2 against
We
Angels.
still have no score. And welcome back. Here's O'Neal Cruz.
Angels, the shortstop. O'Neal Cruz.
They turn things over to the southpaw, Gabe Spire.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
And a pitch. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. Check swing went around. And it's 0-2. And here it comes. Got it by him for the K.
Away, away, away. And clearly that was the plan right there. He just wasn't able to put it in play. And that should tell you something as a hitter. Sometimes you're a little too conscious of the inside pitch and you're not able to cover that outside part of the plate. So clearly some adjustments to be made next time.
Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Angels. Spire goes 5 feet 11 inches. He features a slider, a sinker, a four-seamer, and he works in a changeup. And it's fouled away. Next offering way off the plate. And now 2-2.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Here comes a pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. The next offering misses, and that's ball 3. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
One gone, runner at first. Anthony Rendon making his way to the plate. There goes the runner. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Ward leads off first with one away. Next pitch in the dirt, and that's ball 1. Swing and a bouncer. In plenty of time to first. That takes care of Rendon.
Now batting, third baseman, Matt.
Here's Matt Chapman.
Well, there's a reason why he's at the bottom of the order, struggling as of late, but a knock here would be a huge lift for him and for his team.
And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. Infield playing him to pull. Second baseman just to the right of the bag. In there, and it's 0-1. Runner at second, 2 down. Off the mark there. 1 ball, 1 strike. And now the lefty. He goes down looking.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back here at Angel Stadium, and here's the first baseman, Ty France.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just 1 shy of that milestone.
There's a strike.
Some guys are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. Action in the Angels bullpen. Steven Okert getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Once. The right-hander also getting loose. Slow roller up the middle. Cruz. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
I love how guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Sam Haggerty. There's a strike. Now the 0-1. On the ground right side, and it goes just foul. On the ground, and that squirts through. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
He's been swinging it really well. They didn't make quality contact on the ground ball to the pull side, but sometimes it's just a matter of finding a hole in the defense. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Lucas Giolito will depart, and we'll be back with their first arm out of the pen after a quick break. Andrew Wantz comes on now.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Man at first with 1 gone. Patrick Wisdom up next for the Mariners. First offering misses the mark.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
So 2 balls and no strikes. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
That one missed. Now 3-0. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
At the belt and fires. And now a full count.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
Runner on the go. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here in a crucial spot. Right-hander kick steals. Runner goes again. One away. Tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Hard ground ball, base knock. And a go-ahead run into scoring position. One away.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And up next for Seattle, Edwin Rios. And a foul ball. One out. The go-ahead run is at second. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Up and in, and he gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Next pitch is outside.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Runners at first and second with one gone. Laser could be extra bases, and that gets all the way to the wall. The run comes in to score from second, and it's 1-0. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Here's the center fielder, Russell Pruitt. Good contact guy, good defender. Swings through that one. 0-1. Second and third here. One away. In the air, right side. Fair ball. One runs in. Save. And they lead by 3.
Oh, that's a big at bat coming through in the clutch to drive in a pair. When you pop a ball up like that, you don't expect it to get you a knock too often. But right there, somehow he got it to drop in behind first base, and that's where no one could get to it.
And now for Seattle, Colson Montgomery. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Count 1-0.
Wants, throws over. Pruitt back easily. The 1-0. Right through there for a strike. Still only one out here in the inning. Next offering is down low. 2-1.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Move to first. Pruitt back in on a dive. And a 2-1 on the way. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw. Save. That's a stolen base.
Well, you can't fault the defense for not paying enough attention. They threw over a few times, but he just waited it out, kept his timing. He was able to swipe the bag. Nice job of base running right there.
Pruitt, the runner at second with one away. Next one is off the plate, and it's 3-2. Right-handed reliever. The punch out there. 2 gone now.
Well, he froze him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Luis Patino taking over on the mound. He's pitching on 2 days rest. And here is Nico Horner.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Popped up, and that'll do it. So they get 3 and jump ahead late. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Mariners 3 and the Angels nothing. Back here at the ballpark, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping in, Aaron Sabato. Matt Brash will take over here, and he has some nasty breaking stuff.
Number 47, Matt Brash.
And a pitch. Oh, 1 down. Sabato started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and he went around according to Clyde Washington. The 0-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Oh, 2 now. And that one is inside ball 1. Not even close there. Now 2-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now, just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sync of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in, so hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Now the catcher up to hit, Eric Haas. In there for strike 1. Brash is what you're looking for in a good reliever. The ball stays in the ballpark. It's so hard to square him up. And the righty deals. Just missed.
Yeah, he stays out of the middle and pitches either at the bottom or at the top on the edges. And because of that, if you do get it in the air, it's usually just a high fly ball. And when it's down in the zone, it's on the ground.
Set down on strikes. Strike 3 called and a slider at the knees. So the lineup flips over. John Klein, the next to hit for the Angels. He's so consistent that the manager basically could look at it like he's got 3 outs sitting in his pocket. That shortens the game. The 1-0. And another ball.
When he takes the mound, you feel like, hey, this inning is wrapped or this ball game is over. He's just that good, and you can see it in opposing hitters as well.
Swings and misses, and it's 2-1 now.
They know when he comes in, pretty much forget about it. Kind of reminds me of Mariano Rivera.
Two outs. This ball's chopped on the ground. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
Now it's the second baseman, David Fletcher. First pitch, and he just misses. Pitch is in there, and it's 1-1. Just missed.
Run means nothing right now.
The pitch. On the ground, right side. Dives, and he can't hang on. Now he gets it to the pitcher covering the bag. And they do get the out. Angels strand one. They trail it here 3-0. Back in Anaheim, we go to the 8th, and stepping in for the Mariners, J.P. Crawford. And he deals. There's a strike. And ball 1. And now 2 balls and a strike. Bounced up the middle. Cruz throws to first. First out in the top of the 8th.
Now batting, the catcher, Cal.
And here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about, you know, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
Popped in the air, left field. Ward drifts towards it. And it's caught for the out. And as well, lots of pop in that bet. So you combine the slug with really good defense.
Number 23.
2 outs, base is empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Ty France. And that's in there for strike 1. Two down, nobody on. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners, but they lead it 3-0. Welcome back. Bottom of the 8th at the plate. Mike Trout. Left-hander out of the bullpen, A.J. Puck.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here, on your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Number 35, A.J. Puck.
And a pitch. Ball 1 there.
Looking to get something going. This is the guy you want at the plate. He's been great for this team. He is a professional hitter.
Next offering upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
And a pitch.
That's ball 3.
Fouls 1 away, and now 3-2. Kicks and deals. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
O'Neal Cruz digs in now. Infielder shifted to the right, shortstop just to the left of second. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Runner at first with no outs here. Out to short. And it gets by him.
The left fielder, number 3, Taylor Ward.
Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Angels. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. That one's in there, 0-1. Trout over at second. Cruz at first with no outs. Strike 2.
0-2.
The pitch. Off the plate inside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. That one missed.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Next one off the plate inside, and it's 3-2. No outs, runners at first and second. Ground ball to the right side. Sneaks through, base hit. In comes the run from second, and they cut the lead to 2.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Here's Anthony Rendon up to the plate. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. Brusdar Graterol gets the call from the pen.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
First offering misses the mark. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Yet he beats the throw. He's safe.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Really important at bat coming up now.
Matt Chapman.
Now it's Matt Chapman.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
That clips a corner. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out. That one lifted to left. Haggerty in position. Makes the catch. Runner tags for home. Throw cut off. Down to the plate. Save. He scores, and it's a one-run game. And now they trail by one. Aaron Sabato, the next to hit for the Angels.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
There's a strike.
Not sure exactly what he was thinking there. Good sinker ball pitcher goes with the fastball in a double play situation where he needs something on the ground.
And takes low for ball one.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Falling behind 2-1.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
The 2-1. He swings and fouls one off. One out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Next offering misses. And a full count now. Eric Haas waiting for a turn at the plate. Three-two on the way. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. That's out number two.
Oh, this guy's been pretty much a non-factor so far this weekend. Very little in the way of impactful at-bats and quality at-bats, and let alone contact. That's the sixth time they've set him down on strikes in the series, so no doubt frustration mounting and very high right now.
Here's the Angels catcher, Eric Haas. First pitch doesn't find the zone. That's a slider for a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Next offering is in for a strike. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Next pitch is inside, and it's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back here at Angel Stadium, we go to the 9th. Now it's the switch-hitting outfielder, Sam Haggerty. Patino back to work. Just off the inside edge. Patino goes 6'1", 190 pounds, and he's a native of Colombia. And the 1-0. Here's a 1-1. And there's a ball.
1 strike.
Just off the outside edge. Righty to the plate. Down front, pulls that one foul. Now it's 3-2. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Trout ranges back. And that one is out of here. He'll circle the bases. His second of the year. It's 4-2.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
And now Patrick Wisdom. First offering, and it just misses.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
The 1-0. Swings through that one for strike 2.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
That one not close, and it's 2-2. Kicks and fires. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And the right-hander deals.
Count is 3-2.
And that's ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
And now the DH, Edwin Rios. That one out to right. Klein should have this one. Drops into the glove, and there's one away.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
So digging in, Russell Pruitt.
14, Russell Pruitt.
And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Trout settles under it. He's got it, and there's two away. Now the third baseman,
for
Colson
Seattle,
Montgomery.
The third baseman, Colson Montgomery.
In there for strike one. Wisdom leads off first with 2 down to the inning. 0-2 as he waves it that way. And he asks for time before the 0-2 pitch. The 0-2. And now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field, way back there, and it's gone. His 4th home run of the season, and they add a pair. It's 6-2.
Damn, Patino must suck at giving up home runs. Yep. Yep.
Pitchers are taught to keep the ball down so that you don't get hurt. But unfortunately on that one, he made a pretty good pitch in terms of location, but it was just a better swing.
New pitcher in the game for the Angels, Steven Okert. He's being eased into the game here with the bases empty.
Steven Okert.
Here's the second baseman, Nico Horner. And that's down and away. The pitch just missed. In for a strike, and it's 2-1.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
2-1 now. This one popped up, foul ground first base side. Sabato makes the catch, and that is that. But the long ball was working in this inning, not once but twice. It's now 6-2. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at the ballpark, bottom of the ninth, and now it's going to be John Klein.
John Klein.
And a pitch. Swings through that.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And And now it's even up. The 1-1 is fouled off. Right-hander kicks, deals. That misses the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. At the belt and fires. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Here comes a pitch. Up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
And here is David Fletcher. That misses. 1-0. Just missed. The next pitch misses, and that's ball 3. And that one is in for a strike. And he walked him.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to, he's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
And now batting, Mike Trout. New pitcher for the Mariners, Genesis Cabrera. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh.
Genesis Cabrera.
Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Check swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. No swing. He held up. Clyde Washington with the call there. And here it comes. And it's 1-1. And a good eye there. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. That's in there. 2-2 now.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
2-2 now. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He made him pay for that one, his 11th of the year, and they cut into the lead. It's 6-4. Singy, that's his 431st career homer, and it ties it with Cal Ripken Jr.
Well, Cal hit double-digit homers for 20 seasons in a row, and that makes this trip around the bases even a little more special, I'm sure. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
And the batter now, O'Neal Cruz. And that is cut on and missed. Strike 1. Left-hand batter waits.
Ball.
And that one a little bit high. And misses
That's it.
inside. That one inside. And the count is 3-1. The pitch. And there's ball 4. How big a deal is that walk?
I don't think it's a big deal because if you pitch to the previous hitter with the power he has, he can hit a home run. I think it was a calculated walk. We'll see how it pays off here.
That one down the line, and it's just foul. That was close. Cruz at first, one gone. Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-2.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground, and you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
This one in the dirt.
Well, that's pretty much the dream two-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
So it's their last chance in this one. And next for L.A., Anthony Rendon. Andres Munoz on a pitch out of the pen here.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Two-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. In there at the knees. And the count even at 1.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
And 1-2.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Next offering is fouled back. The 1-2. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Sciambi. Talk to you soon.